What would you like to do today? Go live. Are you sure? Yes.
How do you want to do this?
Okay, now we are live. So hi. Let us know if there's any continuing difficulties, but I'm going to stir up again. My name is Anthony. I'm at Majoretta. It's on the title card here. I'll be our GM for our finale of our all Artificer 3-shot, utilizing the Unearthed Arcana rules for the Artificer class. Let me also say, before we begin introductions, that Wizards of the Coast has announced that Artificer is officially releasing as part of an Eberron expansion sourcebook known as Eberron Rising from the Last War. There's a lot more cool stuff coming with that Artificer's official class, including more lore for Eberron and specific parts of it. Group backgrounds, called a group patron apparently, along with many other stuff. But it's going to be interesting seeing how it'll be different from Unearthed Arcana, and I'm very excited to maybe run some games with the official version of Artificer. So let's now begin with some introductions of our cast. I would like to thank Sean Faulkner at NoTootSean for our Streamlabs Twitch stuff today. But now we'll start with kind of from the left to the right. First, Boris Jono, Corin as Mike, and or Mike as Corin, and Joshua as Edward. So let's start from the left. Jono?
Hi, I'm Jono. You can find me on Twitter at MammalJono. I will be playing Boris, the forest gnome battlesmith. And boy, am I glad to be here after all the shenanigans that went down last week.
Okay, now we go to Mike.
All right, I'm Corin Tealeaf, a halfling artillerist. Yeah, and I'm pretty excited to be here as well. Are we doing our Twitter too?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay, at Silent Chariot on Twitter.
Oh. All right, and then finally, Joshua.
Hey, I'm Josh. My Twitter handle is @PlayerJin. And I'm playing Edward Finley, the Trident Artificer Archivist.
Wonderful. Our wonderful Nikki Coco cannot make it tonight. Much love to her. She will be in our Mechanical Hearts, or Clockwork Hearts. I was going to say Clockwork because Clockwork is great with gnomes and stuff, and that's where we're kind of set up. So I don't think I have any other announcements than that. We'll just start some music, and we'll do a real quick recap as we kind of get into tonight's shenanigans. So let me just do some work here. Let me know if you guys need it turned down or anything. It's a group volume. Quite appropriate. So, last time on our 3-parter, coming in from their recent victories in the brass city of Hightower, all of you had collectively been sort of summoned for an expedition. This Inventor's Fair was your key to getting into on this expedition that will bring you guys into further fortune and fame that you had previously acquired from this cool competition of inventions and clockwork machinery. Last session was when you guys were traveling towards a specific destination. It was kind of kept a little bit not inconspicuous, rather kind of kept on the down low from most of the people of the expedition, save for the Queen, Tanya Asterix. Along the way, you got attacked by a couple trolls along the mountain path, which kind of led to you guys falling off of the cliff in your mechanotank. With some quick thinking, however, you managed to land safely at the bottom in this valley and began to explore the strange landscape of the Lamb Lodge Peaks. Along the way, you encountered a sort of ruined outpost of an ancient civilization known as the Ilithon. And the Ilithon settlement had a lot of interesting things that you did not explore, but notified the expedition once you re-arrived at the mountain path that just continued onward. And they seemed particularly interested in that. In fact, almost like this was the plan from the beginning. we all had some everyone sort of got to go back to the expedition, and Boris got to reunite with his Iron Defender, who had been kind of sort of left on that road with the expedition. It's kind of really heartwarming. So we're gonna start us back off not on that trail, but we're gonna start us back off at that settlement. Using your directions, all of you were sort of brought towards that settlement again, as sort of Tanya just seems a little bit more determined than before. She is this kind of gnomish queen of Hightower, as we discussed earlier. She was chosen among the different Paragon houses to be sort of queen of the kind of the one of the ruling sections of Hightower. There's the Paragons. There's a sort of church organization called the Yellow Parallel, along with just a paragon, the ticking throne, which is the queen or king chosen from the classes. So Tanya has led you back to that Ilithon outpost via your guidance, and all of you are just kind of in that dank and dark place again. It was abandoned, and it's still daytime. There's not anything really going on inside it. Just kind of the silent echoes of gnomish soldiers and guardians and navigators sort of just stomping into this cavern, this abandoned place. Music here. Is there anything you would like to do first? Any of you?
Oh, Boris is just going to run back up to the big statues, and he's going to take out his Radiant Battle Axe and make it light up, just to watch how they sparkle again, because that was a big selling point last time.
Interesting. So is your battle axe, what kind of light is it? Is what somebody wants specifically. Is it like, do you have something specific in mind with it? I'm not sure if it mentions that.
No, it just light.
Okay. I'm gonna say that the radiance coming from your battle axe is sort of silverish. Will that be okay?
Yeah, works for me.
Okay, so you watch this radiant silver glow coming off from her axe, and casting spells such as daylight or light wouldn't really work on this statue. However, having a color of light similar to that moonlight, such as like just a silver radiance of that battle axe, is enough to watch it light up. And then some of the other kind of spectating gnomes are like, ooh,
Big rock go sparkle. Very.
He's not that bright, but he's got the right idea. And then they start this looking over the statue and it's like looking over the gems and the description. It's like, this is written in ancient Draconic. This is so interesting. What about, I don't know. And all three of you can see everyone can really see the winding nature of this settlement. It seems to wind down. You can walk down the walkway deeper and deeper down into the sort of ravine it's built in on.
Edward's gonna look around and try to like count how many gnomes are there with him, or halflings.
Well, usually there are 10 mechanical tanks. One of them got thrown off. One of them got kind of ripped apart, and the gnomes inside eaten. It seems like, counting yours, 8 mechanical tanks remain, and there's 5, usually 5, per mechanical tank. So that brings us to about maybe like 35, 40 gnomes left on this expedition, including Tanya.
Okay. I'm gonna just sort of like blend in as much as I can for now among the rest of the expedition. Not try not to stand out anyway.
You see Tanya kind of walk up to Corn and kind of just noting like, well, we wouldn't have been able to find this place if you hadn't come back to us so fortunately. We are looking for something of the Elithon, so if we can find any record of what we're looking for, I think this is a bit sort of a lucky providence. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do.
Wonderful. Uh, and then you see a gnome kind of run up from the staircase, kind of like, ha, I ran all the way back up those steps. I did the scouting, and there's something all of you need to see.
Is Sparkle?
No, there's no sparkle. There's something down there that used to be there. I don't know. I think it's just better if you see.
Okay, show me.
Okay. And so this forward scout had been sent along previously down. You didn't really catch that. You were just kind of catching your wind basically at the settlement again. After just another day of travel, kind of coming back to this place. And as you go down this winding stair, the light of day seems to be kind of just sort of escaping your reach further and further until you reach the bottom. And the bottom requires many of the other artificer gnomes here to just cast light on themselves. And there's a sort of huge bottom basin, really. There's trickling water kind of just sort of running down in different rivulets, coming from different holes. It seems like the water's melting and reaching down these crevices, Furthermore, as you kind of stare down the heavy incline down deeper into the mountain, there seems to be several doors, like heavy slabs of stone with latches and sort of bars on them, as if something must be kept inside. One of them is open.
The other ones are still closed though, right?
One more time?
There are more that are closed, right?
There are more than that are closed, yes.
Real quick, just check. I'm gonna manifest Aelita, and she's gonna pass through one of the walls and just try to see what's on the other side.
Okay, well, I want, can Alita see in the dark?
She projects light. She creates light.
Okay. Well, as Alita sort of slips through into one of the doorways, I'm gonna roll just real quick to see what they find, because there are different things in these doorways you can sort of find here. Okay, so you kind of looking through Alita's eyes, finally arrive in this sort of it's the doorways inside the rooms inside these doorways are very small and confined. They look like they're meant for storage, but they are singular items, such as the one in front of you. It's sort of like a small rotted piece of wood, and there's shattered, what looks to be like shattered glass, just sort of speckled in on the earth below this strange object. And to take a closer look, it looks like it's broken, but it was something important.
Okay. She's gonna disappear. I'm gonna look to Corin and Jono. Corin and Boris. Hey guys, we should look around. I'm getting a bad feeling.
Boris very good at look. And he takes out another leaf from his pouch and another little bit of sap, and he same as he did last week, he lights the leaf up with his magical tinkering, sticks a little bit of sap on the back of the leaf, and sticks it to his forehead like a headlamp. Also important to note, the radiant battle axe is still lit up. It's just strapped to his back, so he can't see it and therefore doesn't think about it.
What was there?
Anthony's gone.
Oh no.
Sorry, that was my boyfriend. So you just kind of like sort of like a construction crew, spelunker. You just like just sort of just pours out. You are providing some gnomes with other gnomes with some light in the back. Um, oh,
Boris looking around. Boris very good at looking around. And I imagine he's like looking at the ground, basically.
inconsequential. Or Boris, what would you like to do with your new sort of like spelunker hat leaf?
It's been suggested to start looking around, so I think Boris will do such.
Okay. This sort of section of the basin has 6 doors. One of them is open. Edward explored the one on the nearest left. And so there are 4 other doors that remain closed.
Let's take the next door over from the one that Edward looked at. That would be the second door.
Mm-hmm. Remember, this is solid granite doors, and they look like stone shaped. So as you kind of approach that door, you'll notice that there is sort of like it's not like a padlock, but it's sort of like a heavy sort of. These doors are heavy, first of all, and secondly, there seems to be some sort of like stone thing keeping it locked in place.
Okay, Boris may be open door, but will be dangerous and also very fun.
Is there anyone who's really good at opening locks or opening doors?
Am I good with thieves' tools? Hold on a second.
Thieves' tools is a proficiency in several of the artificers, or expertise rather.
I'm pretty sure I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
Okay. So if you want to maybe open one of these doors, you're also free to.
All right, I'll open the door. Or not the one they're looking at, but I'll look at a different door.
Okay, let's get a thieves' tools roll.
Okay.
Remember, it's expertise, so it's double proficiency and your int mod.
Okay, so 8 plus 3. Okay, so plus 11.
Actually, hold on. Maybe I think it's Dex with thieves' tools. It's not intelligence.
Okay, so 8 plus 4.
Okay, so 8 plus 4.
So
Your Dex mod is 4.
Yep.
Okay. 13. All right, so that's 24. That's good.
Yep.
So picking this door with your lock seems a little fruitless, but you do find a way to kind of sort of break down the heavy sort of slab, keeping it in place with the thieves' tools. It's basically just sort of like just jabbing that in and sort of just twisting enough and kind of maybe heating up your thieves' tools to sort of make a sort of impression in that lock enough so it can just kind of swing open.
One of the capsules in my chair opens up to reach my thieves' tools.
Okay. I need to make me a Dex saving throw.
Everyone?
No, you.
Okay.
You're the one who were just directly nearby opening the door.
Okay.
What's your save?
I rolled a 14. Do I just add my dex, or do I add my dex to that?
Look for your Dex save on your D&D Beyond.
Or I'm not proficient in dex save.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to hear. Let's see. What dice do I need to roll? I will say while I type this in, you open the door, kind of excited to find what's lurking inside, only to see as you just pry open the door, just a gush of flame, and you just get like sort of blasted back by pretty much this is just the outer sort of uh, um, um, plume of flame. You're not inside it directly, but you will take halved damage here.
Okay.
So you will take 33 half that. You take 16 damage.
Okay.
So when you just get you get blasted back with your chair, and yep, these doors sure have things in them.
16, you said?
16, yes.
Okay.
Boris have idea, but Boris need help to make happen. Is rock nearby? Big rock size of child?
Well, hold on. What are you trying to do, boys?
Break open door.
Let's see now. Let's not go breaking open these doors recklessly after what just happened to Corey.
Boris, be far away from door.
Okay. I think I see what you're getting at.
Ah.
I'm gonna go collect a rock. Try to find something that'll work for this.
Perception check. And you do find some decent size boulders. They don't seem to be as big as you'd like, but they would have to do.
All right, I drop them in front of Boris. What's the plan now?
Okay, everyone stand back, please. Work time. And Boris goes around. He takes out his smith's tools and starts carving and engraving runes in one of the rocks. And just as he finishes off the final touch, he takes out a big rubber mallet and just slams the ground behind it, casting catapult. Sending directly
Breath
towards
of the
door.
Wilding this? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Are you seriously Breath of the Wilding this?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
For the flavor, these runes that get put on these boulders, Alistair and Corn, you'll notice that they start blinking orange, as if on a timer, and you just Boris is just smacking wildly on them. Which ones are you aiming for, Boris? Because there's one more remaining on the left, and two more on the sort of front, right?
Let's do the last one on the left.
Okay. So, ding, 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 ding. And you watch as almost like a catapult just breaking open a door. These rocks just go flying, and you see them impact this door with the force of a cannon. And the door just gets consumed with inky black swirling liquid, and just kind of just nothing. And there appears to be nothing in the chamber save for now deactivated runes of Hadar.
Boris is just going to take a look in there with his headlamp real quick.
Make me an Arcana check real quick.
Sure. Arcana. Here we go. That's a 12.
Okay, 12 is okay. You get the sense that there was nothing to be kept here. Each Illithon who was supposed to kind of manage these vault doors knew that specific ones were booby trapped. There are sigils marked here, kind of like the certain spells, Hunger of Hadar, for example, or Fireball in the other one. There is, and you can go check the other chamber in which the Fireball blew up. You can see that there are distinct signs in maybe what appears to be Draconic. You can't really tell if you don't know Draconic. That that seem to be like not part of a spell. So there's clearly some intent of a warning there. So there are 2 doors and then that one open vault door.
I'm gonna go into the vault door that was already open. I'm gonna investigate that.
Make me an investigation check as you walk through that door. 22. This door was not opened by conventional means. This door was ripped open with heavy, massive claws. This seems to just have made this vault sort of like tilt sideways a bit. This vault door tilt sideways. There is nothing inside. However, there are markings, the pictographs really, of different. You can look over like if you remember the statues exactly. Similarly depicted kobolds and lizards and other members of the Ilthonian civilization kneeling over what appears to be like a dragonborn, holding up an orb that just glow, that seems to glow with like sparks. And you can tell that they're dragonborn because they have sort of horns and maws and what might be scales, but they are walking upright.
I'm gonna do I recognize any of this? Like, have I seen anything like this before?
Make me a history check with advantage. And the advantage would come from Tanya, who walks in the room with you, and she gets to her gasp like, "Oh boy, I think we found what we might have been looking for." 18. Okay, so the reason we've been kind of very secret about this is if anyone gets word of this, our expedition might be in danger from other competitors. Really, we are looking for something very special. It's an orb from this civilization that produces electricity. We don't really have a name for it, but this should maybe give us the specifications to track it down. We've been looking for it for some time, and this might have been something created by the Ilithons to power some of their structures here. And she kind of points down to the floor. There seems to be magical glyphs running along this empty pedestal, and then just kind of rising up and going to the floor. So this might have been something pretty crucial, if you know what I mean.
Ilita starts to like flash, starts to like record all of the stuff in this room, and Edward has the most sinister smile on his face.
I hope that smile is a sign of progress, friend.
Oh, yes, it is.
Inside check.
I'm gonna step out.
Inside check, by the way, if you want to deceive. That's a 15.
Should I do a deception check?
Yeah, she's trying to do an inside check.
Okay.
So you should roll an deception check.
He's legitimately happy.
Okay. Yeah, she seems to get that. Okay, well, we're on the right track here. And so she just kind of leaves that vault door. All right, Vumos, we must go. Get ready. If you want to check out those other doors, you're free to. I just want to make sure we can get there post haste. We can start tracking them post haste. I mean,
can I investigate the room that I opened up?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. All right, 15 or 19.
Okay, 19. As you look inside, there if you kind of watch Boris look over that one vault door, you'll notice that there might be a similar sort of draconic sigil of kind of like warning. There was something in that pedestal where most of these things that if there were things you keep are kept. It looks like it's broken though. It's like a small draconic statue, but its head has been sort of singed off of it. Like it's all of it's kind of burnt, including the head that's kind of lying on the floor and currently decaying. you know.
All right, I'll use a mage hand to pick it up, and then hold on to it. The statue.
Rock on. Great. So you have a broken draconic statue. You don't exactly know what it is, but it could be something involving fireballs. Very important.
All right, I'll hold on to it. You see a capsule around my chair open up, and I slide the statue inside of it to hold on to it.
Important container. That's really cool. I like it. All right. You guys want to investigate those two vault doors? Anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the door that Aelita passed through. She's gonna turn to like this mechanical rose, and I'm going to like hold up my hand, and I'm going to from a distance cast Thorn Whip and just like lash at the lock and try to break it open.
Ooh, okay. Is a thorn whip a range attack?
Yes, I think.
Okay, well, make the attack and we'll see what happens. Oop-a-doop-boo. Oop-a-doop-boo. Oop-a-doop-boop-a-doop-boop-a-doop-boo. Oh, wait, I have music. Why am I making music? When I have music.
Yeah, I wasn't hearing music.
Okay. So we have music again. It's just kind of a cistern cavern. So 21. Ooh, and if okay, so you hear a small click as that that lock is sort of pulled apart by the whip, and the door is sort of pulled by Alita's sort of thorn whip. That in case she just kind of like unforms from the mechanical rose and then is gone again.
And there's no explosion or anything. Like it just opens up.
No, it seems like it was a genuine vault room. Like I said, however, there is just a sort of like a wooden stick, a scepter maybe, that had just a place for it was sort of like a container for something that was made of glass but had shattered long ago.
Can I like cast Identify on the scepter and the glass to see if it like has any magic to it?
It may be too old to read. Let me get an Arcana check out of you. It's very old and very, very undone, like the magic. Okay, so you get the general gist that this was sort of like a wand of polymorphing of some kind, like something that turned someone into something else, whether briefly or perhaps permanently.
Okay. I'm gonna go and bust open the other vault same way.
Okay, another thorn whip. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
You feel this sort of looming shadow of death over you, and you take nearly 20 points of damage. You got toward the dead.
20.
You got hit by a strange spell. There is a icon in there, a winding serpent. It seems to kind of form a circle. It's not consuming itself, but it's sort of traveling within its own tail, and it's sort of like a maze.
Can I figure out the maze?
It's not like a maze you solve. It's just an icon.
Okay, well then my lens flash and Aelita records it.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna step out.
Fantastic artifacts, Dr. Finley, or Sir Finley. Do you have a title? And one of them is applauding you.
You don't have to worry about my title.
Ominous. Okay. One vault door remains.
Honestly, I think Boris had so much fun catapulting the first door open, he's gonna try to do it again.
Roll me an attack with your catapult. We didn't do that last time, but I thought it might be cool.
Natural one.
And Edward's like,
No.
yeah,
I was gonna say, I think it has to make the door would have to make a dex save, but
Okay, the door can make a dex save. Very good. No, the door knows how to make a dex save. That's its enchantment. So, bing, and then you watch it just impacts the door, and it just sort of like kind of just sort of jeers to the left open. I'm gonna say, you get just a smell of rotted food, like grain and like rotted apples and decomposed leather skins and so on and so forth. There were a variety of supplies here that have decayed over time.
not good for eating. Next.
That's all of them.
Edward's gonna go up to the queen. So, you got any healing? That door was a formidable opponent.
Some physicians come up to you as she snaps very, very presumptuously. They're gonna roll some d8s plus 4, so that'll be 2d8 plus 4. Oh shit! I forgot to do the word R. You get 13 points back.
Nice. That's a lot better.
Yeah. That was 20 necrotic damage, by the way. So just letting you know what that was. It was it totally did.
Yeah, I'm not resistant or anything.
Yeah. Okay, so she's like, well, I think we came for. I think we got a lot of cool things that we weren't looking for, and on our check for some we were. Some of our diviners are gonna try to just sort of pinpoint location of this thing. So we might be traveling just around Linwatch Peaks for just a little bit. If there's anything you want to do else here, please let us know. But we'll be just getting our things ready and the can tanks outside. Vamos! March the gnomes.
All right, I fall behind.
It's done? No more?
Yes, Boris, we're done for now.
Aww. Disappoint. Okay, Rushka, off we go. And he just climbs on her back and she starts clopping off behind them.
Okay, so we're gonna fast forward a bit because there might be some things that might take more time than others. So. You guys get back into your mechanical tanks and start driving off. You are going down the mountain trail, but you do sense that they're at a slower pace. There are gnomes on top of mechanical tanks, a couple of them. They are clothed in deep, dark bronze and some minor, like, orange stripes. They are huddled over machinery, and it's hovering in their hands, and they are just even over the roar of mechanic along this bumpy road. They are still like, it is Christ, obviously sort of in their own religious trance, just kind of waving a censer of motor oil around. And then briefly you see one of them just like, and then kneel down to the mount hole where you get up to the turret. Just sort of like knock on the bell entrance, and then you see a guard come up and it's just like, and then just back into the mechano tank. After which, you all stop for a moment, and these robed gnomes go back into their designated mechano tank, and Tanya comes up and just like, all right, some of our yellow parallel friends have been able to sort of find a pinpoint. It's near a volcano, which I find weird, but It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fine. They did see that there were a couple of earthquakes, minor earthquakes, just coming around here and there. I'm not too worried. It looks like it's just a little bit geologically unstable, but that hasn't stopped us before. Does anyone have any questions, any qualms with that? Just checking.
Yeah. I feel like this information should have gotten to us sooner.
This information just came to us too, but this is part of the expedition. We go to places where things are a little more dangerous. You know, it's par for the course.
So, aside from earthquakes, what can we be expecting in terrain?
Terrain? Oh, terrain. It's a little more rocky. We're coming off of the snow. Things a little melted there. I would avoid drinking any water in the nearby vicinity. It's I've been told that volcanoes are usually toxify the water around it. You know.
Can I make an insight check to see if he just found out that information or if he's lying or not?
It's a she, and you may.
Sorry. What?
You may.
Okay.
One more question.
Yes.
Do you feel actually? I'm not even gonna ask this question. Instead, I'm gonna like just sort of try to make some kind of check, like an Arcana check, maybe. Do I think the ice can will be able to actually freeze, like create like and sustain an ice bridge in the heat?
Make me an Arcana check. What's your insight modifier?
A 19.
19. She is telling the truth. As far as she knows, as far as you know, she is completely kind of slightly surprised by this information. She's definitely spinning it as if it's a good thing. Volcanoes are dangerous.
Okay.
8. You're not entirely sure. You're confident that you could negate some small things, like your water could probably try to combat the lava, but if it's coming from a direct source of lava, you're not entirely sure.
I'm gonna look to her. Last thing, will these volcano tanks be effective against toxic gases?
He's gonna make an Arcana check of herself. She nods like, we should, as long as they're not heading into lava, we should be good. It cannot withstand magma. Very little can withstand magma. Maybe like fire creatures, you know, I don't know. But we'll be prepared for anything. We'll have our turrets ready, you know. In which case, though, if we get into the volcano, I would like the three of you to maybe go first, if that's okay. You know how it is.
I see.
You will be well paid. I'll say that. Regardless of what happens, you or your loved ones will be well paid.
Well, what do you think, boys? Should we go first?
How much pay are you saying?
We're talking in like the hundreds of platinum kind of pay. You are working for the royalty of Hightower, the Paragon families, in service of continuously expanding our understanding of the Cagixium. So I'd say it's very much worth the tax money.
I think at the mention of Cagixium, Boris just kind of zones out for a second.
And it sort of echoes in your head. Cagixium, 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 Cagixium.
Okay, Boris, take half pay, but also favor.
Half pay? Do you want what?
Half of pay, half of gold pay, but Boris want favor.
Oh, okay. So in exchange for half of it, you want a favor. Would you want to tell me after you go into the volcano, or no?
No, we do that later.
I'll take Boris' hand.
I'm not sure if that's how. No, fine. Tanya doesn't look that concerned. She's just like, let's get to that volcano. So with everyone in concordance, we will begin. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can I just pick up a couple of small rocks nearby?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, you gain 3 rocks. You just look around like boop boop boop. Not hard to find. You just have to kind of dig through the snow a bit.
Okay.
All right, if everyone's set, you will make it to the volcano. The air is acrid. There is a definite smell, almost like rotten eggs, as you approach. The air gets hotter, and the ground underneath you is incredibly more bumpy. There's no snow; it seems to dot out, and now you're left with like, with sort of unhealthy grass and soil, gravel. There's sort of like small geysers of smoke coming from the earth. Most of everything is sort of like in that, and then the sound of the mechano tanks. But it definitely comes into view because you're going downhill. There is not an active volcano per se. Its top is smoke. It has smoke rising from it, but there's no lava spewing out everywhere. There are sort of ravines and crevices, kind of dotting the valley of underneath this volcano, where a lot of this gas seems to be coming from. You're being handed masks by the gnomes, who seem to be just kind of surviving the volcanic gases just by having like oxygen tanks on them. Something they keep on their mechano tanks, in case of extraordinary circumstances. After which, all of these 8 mechano tanks are stopping kind of near the face of this volcano. There is a cave that kind of can be seen going uphill a bit. It looks like our mechano tanks can't fit in, and this is where all the 3 of you begin your journey. Let me be the first to say, thank you for coming this far with us. You have been very, very, very lucrative and innovative companions. If you don't come out, I'm very sorry. You will be remembered. You will be in our clockwork hearts. But we look forward to you emerging successfully. We'll keep you posted if anything on our end goes wrong, but just stay safe in there, okay? Just avoid any unnecessary pitfalls or whatnot.
Oh, I don't plan on dying here today.
I hope not.
Boris is good at avoiding fall. Very good at avoiding fall. And he's gone again for a second, and then he's back.
Is there any messages you would need us to receive if there were a danger, or if there were something you needed to tell us?
We have priests that can send messages to you. Our friends from the Yellow Parallel. Honestly, that's
Okay.
that's how we can do it. We usually keep them kind of tucked safe.
Okay.
Okay. Stares off in the distance. So they kind of leave you here. They're setting camp in the nearby sort of area here. Anything you guys want to do? Prep? Anything? Spells? Inventions?
Yeah, I'm just going to make sure the infinite hydro launchers are working order.
The hydro launcher seems to be working fine. There isn't any lava present where you guys are right now. The hydro launcher can be removed from the mount if so choosing.
Can we carry it?
It's a little heavy. It looks like it was perhaps it wasn't really meant to be carried, meant to be aimed really. It can be taken off of the map though. Just know.
Okay.
Boris have idea for cannon.
Well, I'd love to hear it, Boris.
Waterboard. Take cannon off of tank and put on board.
I can't think of a good reason not to. I'm not leaving it with the rest of these gnomes. And I'm gonna start like detaching it.
With
Okay.
with my trailer skills, I should be able to know how to detach of the turret as well.
The attaching is not the problem. It's the attaching to the bird. I'm gonna say there'll be Corin, maybe Boris. You might want to do 2 skill checks, and then I'll round that down and see what you got for your collaboration here.
What? So just roll a d20 or?
No, it'll be with one of your tools.
Okay, I'll use my woodcarver's tools.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is gonna be Tinkers for Boris.
Okay, remember you have expertise of that, so that's the int mod plus your double proficiency.
That's ooh, look at that. All right.
Alright, 8 or
Whew.
in plus dex.
Int and proficiency.
Okay, so 22.
22 and 31. That is 22, 31. That's 53. Yeah, no, yeah, that'll work. That's like 26, maybe. Sort of 26. But it'll take you maybe just 2 hours just to kind of get it fitting and working with this sort of clockwork machine. What's your bird's name again, Boris?
Rushka.
Rushka is just kind of like bop 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 bop, and it seems to go back to normal after that like small like surprise as it's like like reprogramming.
Just
So you see,
pat
like-
her on the head like a small child would.
I would say. Oh, go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say, you see like a small mechanical hand helping and lifting things and helping as well.
Okay. I will say, this cannon will kind of share. This cannon sort of shared with Rushka's turn. You know, Rushka's Iron Defender. You can choose as an action to use the Hydro Launcher, but it has to do a recharge. So if it hits like a 5 or 6 on a d6, it recharges immediately. Otherwise, it'll take that amount of turns to recharge.
Okay. And remind me, the activation for the hydro cannon it's like a button on the cannon itself, yeah?
I would say you reprogram that a bit if you're attaching it to Rushka to be like a Rushka activate cannon sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mounted on Rushka. It's not like Rushka is the one firing it, not you guys.
Mm-hmm. In that case, I'm just gonna...
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna make sure everyone knows. Boris is gonna spend a lot of time making sure everyone knows how to talk to her then, so that she can receive the command from anyone.
Ooh, okay. It's like an 80s instructional manual, like a video, like a worker's introduction. Hello, welcome to Rushka Activation Guide. If you are watching this video, you had the pleasure of firing hydro launcher from bird. Step 1, look at Rushka. Look at how good of a girl Rushka is. Step 2, tell Rushka they are a good girl. Step 3, Rushka will fire. That is
the
instructional video.
Between are just Boris in various different poses, a la that 70s show.
Okay. But Boris, what happens if you want to compliment Rushka as good girl without firing hydro launcher? Easy. I don't know. Tangent over. Anyways, the cannon is now on Rushka's back. Bop 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 bop. And he kind of poses like kring.
Beautiful, beautiful board.
Bop 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 bop. Anything else you guys like to do?
Actually, there is one other thing if no one else has anything.
I'll just infuse the boots that I'm wearing. With the yeah, I'll infuse the boots that I'm wearing, for my chair. Yeah, I'll use one of my infusions on either the chair or the boots that I'm wearing. However you want to flavor it.
What are you doing again?
The boots of whatever it's called.
Oh, the boots of spire climbing?
Yeah, no, one of my infusions.
The winding path.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, the teleport. Okay.
Yeah, the teleport one. It says boots, but I'm flavoring it as my chair instead.
Okay, sure. So that's how you're teleporting around to the chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine with me. Anything else? Boris, you said you were going to do something.
Yeah, I just want to scout ahead for a moment to see whether or not we still need to have my headlamp going.
As you reach towards the top and into the cavern, you notice that it is sort of dark for now. You kind of have to go. It seems like it's going to wind around, like it's going to go up, up into the sort of depths of the volcano, like the heart, maybe.
Mm.
You're not entirely sure. You're kind of guesstimating.
Okay, then I will keep my headlamp on.
Okay. As you guys approach this cave, you're kind of going up the sharp, gravelly hill. You can just kind of feel the crunch of stones underneath you, and then you feel your feet begin to buckle as the earth around you just kind of just rumbles. I need all three of you to make me a dexterity check.
Uh, 17.
21.
Natural 20 from Joshua. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. All of you succeed. You kind of maintain your ground, but Rushka just kind of claws deep in the earth, and everyone's just kind of like sharp gasps from the bottom of the hill as you kind of survive it.
I hover above the ground for a little bit and then hover back down.
Nice. So you kind of just like chill in the air a bit as the ground is kind of just going crazy underneath you guys. You see all these stones just kind of start tumbling down, and it's not like a huge earthquake where like the earth is breaking around you, but there's a certain sensation of like ominousness coming from this volcano.
This feels creepy.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. I'm gonna like start moving. Let's keep moving down.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Back into the cave, or not back into the cave, into the cave for the first time.
I would look around just to make sure there's nothing like following us, or there's nothing.
Who's in front? Let's do line order. Who's in
Okay.
front? Who's in the back? And who's in the middle?
I guess I'm in front.
Okay.
I'll take back then.
Yeah, I think Boris and Rishka are in the middle.
Okay. So, Edward in the middle, Corn in the back,
Yep.
and Boris in the middle. So, all of you just begin venturing inside. Make me a perception check, Corn, as you're kind of in the rear.
Okay.
Make me a perception check, Edward and Boris.
Oh, I rolled an 18.
13.
15. Nothing on your end, Boris. Edward, you're keeping your eyes forward and having
20
Lita
total.
sort of. What? Go ahead.
20 total.
Mental. Okay. You don't see anything that really pops out to you, Corn. You're just kind of keeping your eyes on the back, watching the light fade a bit. Edward, you're watching new light. Suddenly, just kind of up forward of you. It's a red tinted glow. There is um, um, sort of small bridgeways of stone that allow you to progress forward over sort of a sea of lava. It's bubbling, and then there's like this endless churning, endless churning of this volcano's bowels, really. Um, and all of you are just kind of walking on these bridges, making sure you're not really in danger at all, really. And it's moment of confidence where you feel like you're getting the hang of moving over these long stretches of stone over the causeway. When suddenly, another earthquake begins to shake around you. This time, quite stronger. Three of you make me another dexterity check.
13 again.
Well, I failed.
Okay. So with that in mind, the ground is shuddering and buckling underneath you guys, and you feel the stone giving away slightly. It seems like the closer you get to the inside of this volcano, the stronger these earthquakes are. Corin, you unfortunately are driving your wheelchair forward as fast as you can, trying to get to another bastion of solid ground. When the earth sort of just buckles and your wheelchair moves slightly, and you feel it tipping over the edge as you begin to fall. Tilt and sway off of this stone causeway.
I yell something in primordial, and the wheel on my waist fires off like this hook, and my rope of climb is gonna grab onto his wheelchair and it's gonna pull it back up.
Okay. Make me a let's see. I'm gonna say using your tool, not your tools. Give me an acrobatics check, just like the speed of this robo climbers. Oh fuck. Okay, Corin. Do you have anything up your sleeve as you begin to fall off? These robo climbers just missing your wheelchair.
I can cast fly.
Okay.
What is
How long
fly?
does that take?
What?
How long does that take?
Let me check.
Fly is action time.
I believe one action.
One action, and when it was one action.
6 seconds.
Would you have that time though?
I don't know, would I?
Give me an Arcana check and see how quickly you just and activate it on one of your buttons.
Okay, hold on. I'm proficient. I know. Damn it.
What's the bonus?
+4.
9. 9.
What 9 or 9 or what's my do I add a bonus to that?
Well, your proficiency, right, is 4.
Yep.
But then, are you proficient in it? Or what's
My
your modifier?
My
Yeah.
intelligence is +3.
Okay, so that's 7. So 5 plus 7.
9 + 3 would be 12.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. 5 plus 7. That's 12.
Okay.
So unfortunately, you do feel your wheelchair just hit the outer surface of this lava, and you watch it burst into flames. But you manage to just at the last second press that button, and then you just kind of begin to boost yourself upward with this 60-foot speed. So as you watch him fall, there's a moment where he collides with the lava, and then just zooms back up. Some of your wheelchair might require some tending to.
All right, I'll cast mending then on it.
Okay. So you'll progressively repair that as time goes on. You take how much? Just doing a real quick calculation here.
Okay. you see like two exhaust pipes come out of the bottom of my chair and start throwing fire to keep propel myself as I fly alongside the chasm.
You take 3 damage. This was reduced because you just got some splashback of the lava, not like lava adjacent. You know, it didn't touch lava itself. You feel the singes just start tearing through some of your skin, though. It's very hot.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll start flying alongside the chasm, alongside everybody.
Okay, well, your fly lasts about 10 minutes, so you can keep that up for maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
Finally, though, after 10 minutes of traveling, you kind of feel your witcher just sort of, and you landed back on the stone.
All right.
So things are fine for maybe an hour as you're just kind of going through all these random caves, different curves and twists and turns, but you seem to be following the source of heat, and where the earthquakes are the strongest. You can kind of guesstimate based on like where would this orb be if it was in this volcano where they said it would be. I'm going to take you to the next map here because what's on it is very important. Place your character sheets right here, or character tokens right here.
How do I do that?
Go to your journal and just click and drag just your thing, and then it'll place down. It'll show up as just a purple guy, but that's fine. Sean,
wait,
can
where
you
are we
move?
putting them?
Yeah, I'm not finding it.
Right here on the left corner, top left corner here.
Okay, sweet.
What? Or I'm seeing the. What do I click on?
You are clicking on the purple guy that says oh, you don't have one. Okay. That's because you're D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just say Corin. Hold on. I'm giving you access to one just so you can plot something down.
Okay.
Yours is okay. Michael. Okay, so just click that one, and then drag it to this corner here. Who's blue?
The one with the blue dot, that's me.
Okay, I'll make Edward red.
Awesome.
I'm seeing a red dot in the center, but I'm not seeing anything else.
You have to click and drag yours. You know what? I'll just do it right here.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
You're purple. Okay, so what lies before you is a sort of antechamber of all this lava. You can see it flowing underneath this sort of platform, and behind it is just a sea of magma. It's not lava, sorry, it's magma since it's inside the volcano. It doesn't really make much of a difference, but you're seeing as you kind of walk forward outside of the cavern entrance that there is just a massive pile of gold. It is a king's ransom. It is sparkling and jeweling, and there's just swords and axes and maces kind of decorating them, and you can see piles of collapsed rock here and there where light seems to slightly pour in from the entrance from the top of the volcano, so you can see some of what's going on here.
Edward says to himself, "Nope, I'm not falling for this 4th time." And Aelita's gonna come into view. Aelita, search the entire room.
But and that's this way I measure that she would do. So she kind of just scans this treasure room. There is something on the top of this thing here. It's a red orb, and there seems to be swirling purplish energy, kind of like dark clouds inside this orb, striking like lightning. You do see some swords and some other equipment. Upon closer look from Alita, they are very scorched. And you also notice over here, bones. Just bones littering some of this treasure pile. They are also scorched.
Hold on. I've got an idea. I have to look at something real quick. I gotta see just how long my rope is.
I'll take out my dragon statue and see if there's any difference to it around here. Is it glowing or anything?
Arcana check.
Okay. No, it's not.
Okay. No, it's not really glowing. From what you can tell, it's broken. So, if there was anything that could have resonated with it in this room, it's kind of destroyed state. This kind of prevents you from really discerning.
Okay.
I'm gonna move up so that I'm 60 feet away from the orb.
Okay. That would put you directly. Hold on. So, where do you want to go precisely? Do you want to go like this 60 feet, or sorry, this 60 feet right here?
Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Okay. Below you can see the lava just churning in flows and kind of pouring into the sort of the dark sort of the dark abyss beyond that, where you see the endless glow of lava. It's dark a bit up in the air, but you can see the low glow of the lava just reach all the way to the edge of where it's supposed to be, beyond your sight, really, and steam.
I'm gonna say something in primordial again, and my grappling hook is gonna wrap around the orb and pull it back to me.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Ooh, actually, I'll check this. That's... Oh yeah, okay. So you're just doing that out of the blue? No anything?
Well, I'm almost certain there's a dragon in here, and I'm trying to get out as quickly as possible. So I'm trying to
well, I'm gonna say your grappling hook is gonna land on that orb. It plinks off a bit. It's just hard to get a good handhold with some of your grappling hooks, so it might take a couple tries.
The grappling hook, I command it with my mind. Like, it can like wrap around it.
Oh, okay. Oh, clever. Okay, that makes more sense. So, if you watch it just wrap around, and then it pulls, and as it leaves the treasure pile, you can hear the gold kind of just sliding and clinking, and then from the lava, this lava just flies everywhere and starts littering the stone and molten rock kind of around these sort of bridges. And the dragon just slowly kind of out of its lava bath and just sort of like just whips it everywhere.
Boris just yells out, "Corin, Edward, either of you fight with weapon?"
See, now let's not go yelling when there's a dragon nearby. Yeah, I've got weapons, but I think priority one right now is escape.
Okay.
This dragon laughs, and he's hearing you guys, and he seems to understand you.
Oh, good.
Hello, little things.
Hello.
I didn't know I was going to prepare. No, I didn't know I had to prepare for guests. I would have made dinner.
You don't got to prepare one bit. We're just gonna take this and be on our way. So
I don't think so. Let me tell you this. You leave this room with that orb, I will come for you. There are other things in this world that will come for you. My father, for instance.
No, see, that's fine as long as you give us like a few days head start. Just
Listen well. And he kind of takes a good look of you. came equipped with much more shiny things than I thought. All the others, they just come in looking for the coin or the fortune of killing Tyrindius, the smuggler. And all of them have failed, as you can see. But you, I'm looking at you and you amuse me. So I will give you a chance. I will allow you to let that orb go. Give me your little toys. And leave. If you're leaving with that orb, I will pursue you. And you will be my next dinner.
Is bored little toy?
Looks at Rushka. That little toy, for instance.
No.
And Boris is making these sounds in real time as he starts to tremble a little bit. If this was a Pokemon game, you would see Boris is getting pumped.
Have I heard the name of this dragon before?
Make me a history check. Maybe religion. Either a history or religion.
Which one of those is that? I think they're both kind of the same.
You will note the dragon is approaching you guys. As he did his little. Okay, Telrinius is a red dragon, chromatic, not metallic. Chromatic dragon, the 16th son of Corygis, the red dragon god, in which he has many that serve him. All the red dragon cult dedicated to Corygis is all about greed and possessing items of power, gold. His father is said to have a layer that is a literal sea of gold, as spanning as the sea of Ephesian underneath the earth.
I have an idea. If we want to escape, I can make ourselves go faster. If we want to keep running.
Well,
Boris also can.
Edward doesn't know that, so he's gonna immediately turn invisible.
Alright, Boris's shield is out. Radiant Battle Axe is out.
Initiative. Roll initiative, guys.
I was gonna say I would also turn invisible.
You're still gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
Am I the only one in this party that can't turn invisible? Oh no!
Well, I rolled a natural 20.
We are. Oh shit! We are at 9:30. I would like to take a small break. I need to charge my headphones, and I'll get geared up for this dragon fight.
And now it's time for a break anyway.
I'm gonna kick your ass, Anthony. There are only 3 of us. We're about to fight a red dragon.
I thought there was 4. I thought there would be 4. Honestly. Hold on. But that is our first part. We'll take maybe a 10-minute break, and then we'll return with hell or high water. What happens with this hell or high lava? Actually, if we're being honest.
I got no plans.
I am
plans for a dragon. We're waiting for the break to get started.
Okay.
Oh, I'm Boris now. Very good.
I have like no damage options aside from my lead.
Okay, so Goran rolled a natural 20 on his initiative. That's probably plus something because he has +4 dexterity, so he is kind of ahead of Telrindius. However, we shall begin combat music. Goran, what is your goal for this round?
What kind of dragon did you say he was?
He's a red dragon. Looks kind of young. Not as big as most like bad dragons should be.
All right. For bonus action, I'll cast Arcane Weapon. Grab my crossbow,
Okay.
and then as an action, I'll summon one of my turrets.
Okay, what kind of turret?
The Defender turret.
Okay, so that's going to be generating a certain amount of hit die, a temporary hit die.
I'll let you know. Hold on. The temporary 1d8 plus my intelligence modifier.
All right, so it'll be you and Boris getting 1d10 or not 1d8, 1d8 plus 1. Make that first roll.
Okay. So I'll roll d8.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry, do I also get something?
You get temporary hit points because you're 10 feet from the turret, so you gain
Blessings.
6 temp hit points.
5 plus 3, so 8 hit points. 8 hit points.
8 hit point. Oh, isn't it 5 plus 1?
No, 5 plus my intelligence. My
Oh,
intelligence.
okay. Just 8. So just 8 in general. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we go to the dragon. First, the layer action happens. I'm gonna roll a quick D3. Let's determine what goes first. What would we like to do? Okay, so he's gonna just flap his wings as hard as he can, and the ground underneath. Only Edward seems to only go in a certain direction up to 60 feet. So sadly, you only see the ground shake, sort of up to a point, Edward. But you need to make me a dexterity saving throw.
I choose a cold damage, by the way.
What cold damage? Oh, okay, yeah.
Arcane.
12. Josh, that fails. So you are knocked prone.
Oh, goody. This is what I wanted.
He seems to be taking his time, though. What he's gonna do is he's gonna.
But he doesn't see me, though, right? He's just.
No, he doesn't see you. He's watching you disappear. He's like,
Okay.
And then he's looking for Boris now, since only Boris is visible.
And Rushka.
Oh, actually, wait. Invisibility for you, Corrin and Edward, only breaks when you cast a spell or attack.
Yeah.
So, Corrin, that invisibility goes away.
Okay.
Sorry to say. So he's gonna fly 75 feet
Too
up
close.
to the visibility to you guys, and then make 2 claws, one against Rushka, one against Boris, and then 1 bite against Corn. Okay, I need to set this to GM. But that's a 28 to hit on you, Boris.
That'll hit.
Okay. On Rushka, a natural 20.
Ah!
I don't think that hits.
Yeah, probably not. You take 9 damage, Boris.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's calculating the fire damage. No, that's only for the bite. And that bite is going to go for... That's a 19 on Unicorn.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. That's 17 piercing damage. Rushka takes 24 damage.
Ha! Good stuff.
You have 8 temporary hit points.
Okay, so you took you took 1 hit point from that Boris, thankfully. And you took only out of that 17, you only took 9 damage, so that's good.
All right.
that might be saving your life right now, for now. That seems to be all he wants to do. Really, he's very determined to land some hits on you guys. Next on the turn order is Boris.
Woot. Okay. Question for you, DM, real quick.
Yes.
Where are you placing Rushka on this map?
You can place her down wherever you feel like. I just associated just in your general vicinity, like 10 feet, like 5 feet away from you or something. Like you can have a
Perfect.
put her down.
Yeah, I think she's right behind me right now.
Okay. Yeah.
So right there.
Telrindius is had a range of not claw. I mean, he'd be flying, so he'd kind of maybe make strafe. Yeah, he'd strafe like maybe like 5 feet in certain directions, to get to her.
Yeah, no worries. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. Boris is going to take out just a spare gear from his set of Tinker's tools, and oh dear God, help me, spins it between his fingers like a fidget spinner as he casts Blur on himself.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then he's just gonna yell, Rushka, ice!
Ooh. So does Rushka have a? We went with Int Mod. It needs to make the attack with Int Mod and proficiency.
Okay. Can do. Int Mod and proficiency is there we go. Oh.
No, does not hit.
No, I imagine it wouldn't.
You just watch it. Wait. I do need to make a dex save though. Did we record down the damage after that?
No, I don't think we did. You had
doesn't matter because it saved. But that's very important to know. I think it was a 68 and 5d4. 68 for the attack, piercing, and then the cold damage was 5d4.
That sounds right.
Yeah, just make sure you record that down. So for future, for this session.
Yep.
So, okay, and that's all you do.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do. It's a bonus action to command. It's an action to cast Blur, and he's not moving. Yeah, even he knows that. So, shield up, battle axe out, vibrating tremendously.
Okay, Edward, your turn. You're invisible. What the hell do you do?
So getting up takes like half my movement, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna get up, and I'm gonna move my full 15 feet. Get right here. Before I move, Alita's gonna manifest full distance right behind the others over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to move right over here, and then.
Can you infoport?
No, not yet. Not till the 14th level.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm stuck. And I've got a few contingency plans with the plan. I guess for now, I'm going to cast. I'm not going to cast anything. Aelita's going to use her information overload.
Okay, does that what save is that? Wisdom?
I think it's an intelligence save. Let me check. I don't know why I'm not just looking. It is a I don't think it's any kind of save. I think it's just an attack. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, it's an intelligence saving throw. I guess my spell save DC.
Spell save DC, okay. Hold on, I'm just trying to I'm just gonna get that information up on hand for me too.
So that's a 16 to save.
16 to save. Okay, great. Wisdom,
Intelligence.
intelligence. Ooh, does not have a save for that one, which is very good for you guys. 14.
13 fails. 2d8 damage.
2d8.
Yep, I think it's just 2d8 psychic damage.
Okay, that's fine.
11.
It just kind of like just shakes its head for more like.
The next attack against him has advantage.
Ooh, that's good though.
And that's where I'm getting my turn. And I do become visible because I attacked him.
Ooh, you become visible again, but you're by the rocks. Top of the order, Corin.
Alright, how close is the dragon away from me?
It's right there. It's like really staring at you right in the face. It just bit you.
Alright, bonus action, I'll activate the turret again.
Okay, roll for your temporary hit points. 1d8 plus 3.
Intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
6 plus 9, so 9 hit points.
9 hit points for both of you.
Alright, then I'll attack with my heavy crossbow.
It's right there. You would make an attack at disadvantage unless you want to move away.
Yes, I'll move back 40 feet.
Okay, attack of opportunity with claws.
Okay.
That's 15. Does that hit?
No.
Good. Okay. So you move 40 feet away. In which direction?
Just backwards. Away
Okay.
from it.
Then I'll just put your character here.
Alright, then I'll attack with my crossbow.
Okay. Pew! Or
It's
roll for attack.
alright, 1d10.
No, it has to land. You have to roll.
Yeah, that's right.
20 plus.
Or 18 plus. Or what way I do it?
Proficiency.
And remember, you do get advantage, so you can roll twice. So maybe
Well, that would land actually, but.
Yeah, I might get a natural 20.
you can hope for that 20.
Yeah. Nope.
No, alright, so 18. Or
Okay.
22 total.
Yeah. Well, let's see what. I need to look up crossbow real quick because heavy crossbow. Just for future notes, what you need for the modifier.
Okay. Where it'd be dex, I think, for crossbow.
It's D10 piercing, standard
Yep.
reloading range, two-handed. I think it requires a strength modifier, dex mod. I'm not sure, but it does land. Roll damage. That's
Alright.
1d10 plus a d6 of your cold damage.
Alright, or plus it's also my radiant weapon, so also a +1 to that.
Okay, so plus one to everything. So plus one to your proficiency and your strength mod, and plus one to your damage. So roll 1d10 plus one. Plus
I'll roll
1d6.
1 dice at a time. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I rolled a 10.
Okay, that's 11.
Alright, now I roll a d6.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I rolled a 6.
17. And that hurt particularly badly on this creature. Now looking a little steamed. It's not looking really hurt, but it's feeling really stung, annoyed. But now, it's not anything else.
I have a second attack I can do. That was my first attack.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. So make that next attack.
I'll cast. Let's see. Scorching Ray at it.
I think you can only make either a spell or 2 crossbow attacks.
Okay, all right, then I'll attack with my crossbow again.
Yeah.
Okay. 14 plus my strength would be +3.
14. No, it's
Or
plus
plus
1.
my 16 total. Sorry.
No, because it's your proficiency. You're proficient in it, right?
Yep.
So that's plus 4. That's 18.
Okay.
Plus 1, that's 19. And then plus your strength mod, that's 3. Plus 3.
+2.
Plus 2. So plus 2, plus 4, that's 6. That's plus 7. So you have plus 7 with that.
Alright.
So that does hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Well,
Another d10.
yeah, 11.
That's 11 plus
Yep.
the d6.
5.
4. Ooh, okay, so that's just 15, but still, progressively wearing this thing down. Doing a good job. Just hitting it. It looks like you're actually finally starting to just hit it.
I'm doing cold damage, by the way.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything against this dragon. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Telrindius, Leia action. So that's a 1d. That's a 2. It's looking around and it's trying to look the best. Okay, so it's looking at you, Corn, as it's just you firing crossbows at it, or bolts at it. It's gonna just like its scales are just rippling, and then the ground underneath you begins to buckle, not for an earthquake, but you see volcanic gases just like spray everywhere in your direction in a 20-foot radius. Make me a 13 con saving throw.
15 plus my con.
Yes.
18 total.
Yeah, all right. You are not poisoned by the gases, but you do certainly feel. You certainly watch yourself get obscured by it. Which isn't good. So your aim is going to be a little bit more difficult. You might make it with disadvantage this time around. But thankfully you weren't poisoned. So what Telringus is going to do is he's going to look at. He's weighing his options here. Who should he go for? He doesn't really like Boris's face, so he's gonna just start mauling Rushka and Boris. So by attack on Boris.
At disadvantage because of Blur.
Yes. Okay. And a claw attack against him. That's a 13 and a 15. A claw and a bite at you.
Both of those miss.
Okay, and then against Rushka, just normal claw. Natural 1, which is an 11.
Also misses.
And you watch this claw just rake across the roof of the cave, down across the wall, and just tear open a part of the earth, and the light just comes streaming in. I will break your toy.
Cannot catch.
Boris, your turn.
Okay. For my action, I'm gonna take 2 swings at it with my Radiant Battle Axe.
Oh boy.
Which is, there we go. I know what my modifiers are. First one's a 21. Second one's a 15.
21 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, this is one-handed, so it's a D8. Sorry, plus 6 is 13 points of damage.
Okay, 13 points of damage. I'm very impressed, guys. I'm very impressed. Thankfully, you're pulling out all the stops here. So that hit just manages to pierce through its scales and just. All right.
And then, bonus action, I'm just going to command no, I can't because its reaction is gone. So I'm gonna instead just command another Ice Strike. It needs to recharge, yes?
And you need to roll a d6. And then. So it'll come back in 2 rounds. I'll have it.
Okay. Then. Yeah, just. Vrushka, bite!
And it'll bite on your reaction?
No, as my bonus action, I can command her to.
Bite action!
So she's going to bite. It's a 13.
No. Sorry, I just can't get through that like thick hide. It's a young hide, and it's not as thick as some dragons can be. But dragon hides, even at a beginner level, are just very difficult to pierce through.
It's okay, Rushka. You are doing great.
Bop, 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 bop. Combat mode engaged.
And that's my turn.
Edward, your turn.
All right. So first and foremost, I'm going to jump behind cover over here,
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
and then Aelita is still right here.
Mhm.
She's going to fly up, phase part of her arms into the dragon, and cast Shocking Grasp.
Ooh, interesting idea. Let's see what comes of it. Roll me an attack.
Damn.
You know what? I'll get. I like the phasing idea. Give me advantage this time around.
Oh,
Since it didn't expect that. I'll give you that.
all right, cool. I'll take that advantage.
Better. Roll damage.
All right, and that is 2d8.
I like to reward creativity. That was very creative. 10 damage.
Sweet.
Okay. Is that all you have to do?
Trying to think what else I can do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Bonus action. Aelita's gonna fly down to Rushka. No, actually, no. Yeah, that's it. That's it for now. That's all I
Okay.
got.
Okay. Then it's Corin's turn. Top of the order. What do you want to do?
Is the poisonous gas still around me?
Let me see. It goes away on initiative count 20 on next turn. You are above 20, so it would still be there.
Is the dragon still near me too?
It's right by Boris. You moved away.
Okay. Let's see. I'll cast Shatter on the dragon.
Okay. What save do I need to make for that?
On con save.
Okay. Natural 1.
Oh, it takes 3d8 thunder damage.
Roll 3d8. Does it do anything besides damage?
Let me look. Nope. No, just damage.
Okay. Roll 3d8.
Alright, 4, 8, 4.
You can just roll /R 3d8
Oh, okay.
next time, but I'll take that. 4, 12, 16. Sizable.
Alright, and that one,
Go ahead.
that was a. I was making sure.
That was your action.
Oh, yep, that was an action. Okay. Then bonus action, I'll activate the turret again.
All right, you're not in the range of the turret.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll move it. I'll move it towards me then.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to give your buddy that?
Oh, all right. I didn't know Boris was still near it. Then yeah, I'll get Boris. I'll activate it and let Boris get it.
All right, roll a d8. I'm just suggesting, like, you can either give yourself that d8, or you can give Boris, who's in the thick of it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was still near Boris.
Neither Rishka nor I have taken damage since, so we still have the temporary hit points from before.
All right, you can still add on to it.
Yeah, it's taxed.
Oh, all right, cool.
From defender.
That class feature.
Wait, say again, Josh?
I was just confirming that class feature stacks.
Yeah, a class feature stacks.
9 more temporary hit points.
Baller. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. The dragon, for its lair action, underneath you and Rushka. I need both of you, both Rushka and you, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex saves. Okay.
Both of you. You can just watch this dragon just sort of like take into the air, and then it raises a claw like.
It's a 19 from Rushka, and an unnatural 20 for me.
Damn it, man. No, this is good. You just watch magma just erupt right underneath you in a 20-foot area. And the dragon's flying away at this point. Just like watch you guys get consumed with magma. You guys just managed to cluster around that turret and just kind of cling to it. You're gonna take a half.
Sure.
66 damage. So you take.
That's
You're gonna take 11 damage, both of you.
okay.
So just raise his finger, magma just erupts everywhere, and now it's flying towards Edward.
I will take an opportunity attack at that.
Okay, sure.
No promises, but we'll see. With the Radiant Battle Axe, that's a 19 to hit.
That hits, roll damage.
Alrighty. That's 13 points of damage.
Okay, 13 points of damage. It does not seem to care. It's determined to get to Edward, the one who has the orb. So that's 13. Did you think I'd forget about you, worm?
I was kind of hoping you had, actually.
You watch it take a deep breath.
Dex
save.
Oh, goody. I suck at that. Oh, goody.
It just breathes fire, shotgun point blank at you. Which is probably why you fail.
Yeah.
How much HP do you have?
36.
36?
Yep.
36? How much did you lose?
From the attack that you just made, I lost 20 earlier. Like my max is 43.
That's 57 damage.
Jesus Christ.
That's 57 damage.
Right, so I'm unconscious.
The fishman has been fried.
That is my entire plan. Aelita disappears.
Good. Now the others. Boris.
Yep.
You just watch. You don't see Edward underneath the rubble, under the cover of the rocks. When you see him, this thing breathe fire in his direction.
Okay. First question. So I don't see Edward, you're saying?
Actually, I'll say that you saw him duck over the rocks. So you saw him just disappear to that side. So you know the dragon attacked him with a fire breath.
Okay. Okay.
I think your cannon's recharged, by the way, because yeah, you would have had to roll that during the time you threw it.
Oh, right. Yep. Okay. So Boris is going to do some movement. I've got 25 feet of movement, so I'm going. Why is that snapping to the corner? I'm going to hang out over here, as close as I can get. You can't see that, can you? One more time, because I know how Roll20 works.
I can see it.
That's cool.
25? Okay.
Yep. So Boris is going to move there. Rushka, with her 40 feet of movement, is going to hang out over here.
Mm-hmm. Remember your tools, by the way. I'm sure some of you have boots of winding path.
Mm-hmm. Right. So that's movement. I was not expecting that to happen. And all of my plans went out the window.
I think that's the same for that's the same for everyone here.
Okay. Ooh. Are there any rocks on the ground near Boris?
Yeah, sure. There are a couple loose stones.
Okay. In that case, as he runs as far as his little legs can carry, he's once again going to take out his rubber mallet and cast Catapult, using his last 3rd level spell slot,
Ooh,
targeting the dragon.
okay, hold on. I'm bringing down a Rushka token, just so we have a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Voila!
Here.
Oh, God, he's so huge!
I love her. She's perfect.
She's so huge. So you are here?
No,
That's 40. You're right.
yeah, that's
here?
Rushka. I'm here.
Okay, so, alright, so I need to make a dex save for, dear old... Natural 1! I keep rolling goddamn ones on this goddamn dragon, and you are so
God
fortunate for
bless.
that.
Okay, so that's 5d8 damage to this dragon. As we just continue to Breath of the Wild it.
Mm-hmm. Ding, 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 ding. And then you just watch this dragon just like get closer to Edward and raise a claw. And then its head just like, stop it! Stop it! And it takes 23 damage. That fucking hurts.
Right, up next, as my bonus action, I will yell, Rushka, ice!
Like a grenade launcher. Roll attack.
Right,
And
you
I'll do
said
dex.
this is plus intelligence plus proficiency, or just plus intelligence?
Intelligence and proficiency, because it doesn't have much intelligence, and it was programmed to fire this thing. So,
Sure.
and roll a 9, by the way, and that's a 20. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not a natural 20, but that's a 20. It failed on that dex save, so that's a 68 and a 5d4. Wow, I overpowered that.
Right, 6d8. That's 19 points piercing. And 14 points of ice, or cold.
That really came in handy, just to show the importance of good craftsmanship and hard work. This carries the soul, the power of your Artificer team. All of you may switch in and out, but your handiwork on this machine will last forever. This is the clockwork heart of the Infinite Hydro Launcher. And you watch it deal, hold on, 19 plus 14, that's 10, so that's 33 points of damage. Oof. You think these toys will save you?
Good bird.
You all. Edward, roll me a death save.
Fucking kill you. 15. I'm still alive.
Still alive. Ha, 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 ha. Corin.
All right. I'll take out one of the rocks that I have. I want to infuse it to make it look like the red orb.
Ooh.
Here you can have the orb. We'll leave it and let you go. And then I'll set the orb down by my feet.
Make me a deception check.
All right. Damn it.
I will roll insight on that, and we'll see. It does not have that.
Natural 1.
Nearly natural 1. It's an 8. He's just like, huh? Imposter. Good one. You're next. 60-foot radius, legendary action. I need Boris and Rushka to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Was that an action or what was that?
That was an action.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you have bonus action you wanted to do? I'm gonna mark where your turret is. It's right here.
Yep.
I can't give anyone.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a failure for Rushka.
That's a 7 for Rushka and a 17 for Boris.
You want? Oh, by the way, roll me a d6.
Oh, yep.
Oh, you get it back immediately. God damn it. Okay.
If she survives.
If she survives. And if I don't keep rolling as high as I do, or if I don't keep rolling as low as I do, Telrindia, Rushka's knocked prone.
Okay.
I'll say during the part of being knocked prone, it can't aim it.
Sure.
But even Telrindius is like, I've had enough of that, and then 26 bite.
That sure will hit.
24 damage to Rushka.
Okay, she's still standing.
We gotta roll a 1d6 for its breath attack. 3. So in 3 turns, it will regain it. Now 2. It will. You know what? It's gonna keep clawing. 29 on Rushka.
That'll hit.
11 slashing.
She's still up, but not by much.
Impudent little toy. One more claw. 14.
That misses.
Ugh.
Just barely.
It's time. And then just kind of fly, not all the way to you. It's gonna start flying this way. That's not 80 feet. How much feet is that? Ooh. So it flew 40, 40,
Oh, yeah.
25, and then 15 towards Corrin. Boris, you up there?
Okay, real quick. As it flies away, Vrushka, who does get normal reactions, I had to check this, is going to make an opportunity attack against the dragon.
Let me see if I can do it while being prone.
Sure.
Hold on, let me see. You have disadvantage on the attack.
Okay. So I'll just roll 2 of these.
Oh, wow! I just realized I actually have an advantage on those attacks while they're prone. So
Ah.
I'm gonna roll one more time with that claw. No! Damn it. Okay, well that 18 does hit, but would 18 slashing damage put it down?
18 slashing damage, and she would be down.
I don't know. I kind of I missed the mark on that. Would it be unfair?
I think that is entirely up to you.
It would not be fair, and you shouldn't get the attack on Richard.
Insight check. You know what? No, that was on me. I forgot. I'll keep that in mind in the future. But no, that 18 will hit. Not a natural 20. So.
Sadness. Oh well. Okay, that's 1d8 plus 4. 1d8 plus 4. That's 9 points of damage, and I'm going to pump an arcane jolt into that as well.
Ooh, clever.
I could have been better if I could see Edward and I were closer. I could heal him instead.
He was there, but you haven't seen him come back up. So.
Yeah. Oh well. We'll get there. That's an additional 2 points of force.
That's
damage.
11. Okay. This dragon, I might remind you, is looking very bad. Okay. You guys have been like that ice cannon with like I described it in a long monologue. That was the reason why is it's looking pretty bad. So that 11 makes a lot of difference now. It just kind of rolling sparks. Then, what do you want to do now?
Okay, so that was Rushka's reaction. Boris is going to take the dash action and head over here, which is as close as he can get, without being in the rubble itself. That's all Boris can do in terms of action. As a bonus action, he's going to yell, Rushka, more ice!
How far do we agree for the range? I'm gonna look at Ice Knife. Do you have Stealth Sniper?
I do not.
Okay.
I have Soul Sniper.
But Rushka, as a creation of him, does not. I'm just looking at Ice Knife in general.
Sure.
60 feet. I will say 60 feet is a good marker. In range. Okay. Making the deck save, you make the range.
It's 23 to hit.
Fails that save. Wow. You guys are having some really extraordinary luck with this, okay? Normally this is a big deal.
Oh no, this is a big deal. Okay. There's some damage from Rushka, and here's some more damage from Rushka, but in a different way. So it's 22 piercing and 16 cold. Wow.
It is so hurt right now. I want to say, actually, how do you want to do this? That's 38 points of damage. That's just like a fireball right in your pocket. I miscalculated that severely, but that's okay. This is fun. So please tell me how you want to do this with Ruska's cannon. Just her, like, just dilapidated stuff, like just like broken and crumpled and like lava burning at part of its metal.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but as part of half of her movement, she is going to pull herself back up to her feet. And she swivels the cannon towards it and delivers the most scathing one-liner of all time. Tweet. And just, as a bolt of ice streaks out and catches the dragon right in the underbelly.
What? Its chest just explodes with ice shards and then sinking into lava. The ice dragon, this once formidable foe, after how many rounds? 4, 5 rounds? 6 rounds?
Something like that.
Something like that. Has been defeated.
Good bird. Also, and I'm just going to start rummaging through the rubble, trying to find Edward so I can cure wounds him.
It's burning.
I'll send my I'll look for Edward as well, then send my turret where he is at, then activate it so he'll gain hit points.
Temporary hit points does not count as actual hit points.
Okay,
so...
never mind then. I thought that would work.
Yeah, no, it was a good shot. But you say you can move your character all the way over there, wheeling over.
Okay.
Roll your hit point. Roll your hit points. I'll have Rushka over there.
Okay, that's
Cure wounds as well, actually.
By the way, Boris, I love that tweet.
Thank you. I love Rushka with all of my heart.
Rushka was the one who got the kill.
I love her.
Edward.
That's 16 points of healing for you.
16 points of healing.
Thank you.
No, to Edward.
Oh, okay.
Oh, much obliged.
You did it!
Don't lie to me, Boris. How'd you guys get the kill on it?
Okay, Rushka did it.
Good bird.
Good bird.
I look at the dragon. Fuck you and your daddy. I sit back down. Oh. All right.
It's in the lava right now. You can see it kind of just jutting out of the lava stream. It's kind of being it's not. It's too big to be carried by the lava, but it's still there. It's like not gonna decompose in the lava.
I want to look at the guys. You guys ready to loot this place for everything it's got?
Yeah, I'm ready at it.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at 3rd level.
Okay, so there aren't a lot of armor. There isn't a lot of like enchanted armor or weapons or any of that, but it's gold, just like a heaping hill of gold. Like like if you guys like ever climbed a hill as a kid to get to like a single tree, like that would be that kind of gold. I'm gonna I'm gonna make a quick roll just to see how much gold there is gonna be.
While this is happening, I'm just going to begin casting Mending so that Rushka can not die.
Also, I this is me metagaming. I do know. He doesn't Vrishka have a repair unit like in it?
Yes. Yeah, that's true. She's got a couple of those per day. So I'm going to start with doing those, and then we're going to see what more she needs after that.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of my own sake and for your own sake, that this gold is right at this moment incalculable because you not only have to count the gold that you can see, but the gold that's inside. You cannot get enough of that gold in your pockets. This might be the entire expedition's job.
Edward's gonna pack a little bit of it away in his personal bags. What little he can grab.
Yeah, you will gain. Make me a sleight hand. Just like try to pack everything in there, like make it fit, whatnot. 14. I'd say that's a decent like 50 gold coins before you feel your sack just like, unless you have like a many pouches, haversack.
I have many pouches.
Okay. Then triple that. Like I'd say that's 150 gold right there.
Cool.
Yeah, but like I want to remind you, as you're looking into your many pouches, you're seeing that like they're full. It's full on both ends. So like there's some gold that's like slightly in a different dimension, which is the other bag.
Awesome. Perfect.
If anyone wants to do some quick gold plucking, they can side hand checks.
I would produce a bag of holding, and then
Do you have a bag of holding?
replicate magic item.
What?
I have replicate magic item, which I haven't used yet.
But that takes time to make though. That takes months to make.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said if you have a replicate magic item, that like you would tell me. You can replicate other magic items if you so choose, but then you have to sort of pick apart the one you've already made.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind then.
Okay, so Jono, what kind of bags do you have? Do you have many hand pouches, haversacks, anything?
Pockets.
Okay. That's just about 100 gold. You just managed to stuff in there, and you know how to really forge around and stuff in there. So 100 gold is a lot for just an average commoner, guys. But you're gonna want to go for the gold, literally. So with that orb in hold, Edward, you notice that you can probably come back here. This is not like a one-time job thing. That you know.
I've already marked it on my map. I'm never forgetting this place. Come back and gloat at the dragon's corpse.
All right, just mark it down. So is there anything else you want to do in this cavern here?
I just spend a little bit of time with Rushka, make sure that she's getting back to health, hammer out any dents.
Yeah, I'll cast mending on myself and my chair as well to make sure
Jerk took no damage, but you can heal yourself though. I think you got hit a bit by that bite.
But I thought I Oh yeah, and it um uh Boris, do you have any extra healing spells on you by chance?
Can do little bit, yes. And I will pop another second level cure wounds on ya. Give me just a sec.
While they're doing that, I'm skinning some of the scales off the dragon.
17 points of healing for Corin.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Anything else before we?
It
I was scaling some of the dragon, taking some of the scales.
Okay.
Boris, help.
I mean, if you want to help, I'm looking.
Boris, make good armor with this.
That's what I was looking to do. Add it to my enchanted armor.
By the end of this, they're gonna be like, you guys are gonna be like billionaire artificers, like you, Nesnura, Fletcher, and everyone. This is like just like suddenly like 4 or 5 wealthy artificer billionaires just show up in like town. So no, you're what are you doing to pull this dragon up?
I just whipped out a knife and I'm just scaling it so I can take its scales and add it to my armor later.
Ooh, that's tough. Make me a survival check.
Okay, survival.
Can you take advantage because I'm also helping?
He can. You have been surviving out in the wilderness for a long time. You're basically a hobo, so you kind of just like no here.
And while I'm
Here.
doing it, I'm gonna cast arcane weapon on the dagger and just like give it lightning damage and make it like a little lightsaber dagger.
That's fucking clever, and that 21 marks that. So you're just like boom, 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 boom. With oh, we make that with advantage, by the way. So if you want to roll again. Okay, way better. Wait, one's way better.
Yeah, I'll take the 21.
I'll say this thing is large. You can't really put all of its skin in there. And that's not your intention. You start with the underbelly so you can cut deeper into the back scales, which are the most durable. Not only do you come up with the frills of the back head frill of that young red dragon, but you come up with maybe about like 5 or 6 feet of dragon scale.
Fuck yeah!
Good.
All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna call that a success.
Oh, that might be me. 1 second. My headphones died again. Fortune. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. Can you guys speak real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking.
Okay. So playing some music.
Oh, real quick before we leave, I'm gonna check on the orb.
The orb is just as it was as you held it in your hands, warm to the touch, perhaps a bit tingly. You detect a lot of lightning magic that's coming off of this, like thrumming.
I'm actually, I have elemental adept for lightning. Can I make an arcana check on this thing?
Sure.
Wait,
22, very good. This definitely was a power source of some kind for the Ilithon. You see different runes that you kind of maybe seem similar to the runes that you saw in the settlement before. In fact, you bring up Alita's database, and it's very much the same. It seems like it acted as a conduit across these glyphs and then traveled into the town for various purposes. Not sure what. It's just the power source. It's like taking like a nuclear battery out of like a Fallout 4 weapon or something. You know, we can't really tell what exactly it would have done for the settlement, but it's simply just very powerful. It doesn't seem to be unceasing in its release of its energy. You might still need to figure out a bit of how to activate it specifically, but those glyphs could be used, or you could take the risk and rework all of the you could rework the orb to maybe work with different activation nodes, precisely.
Quietly to myself, I said, maybe not today, but one day you're gonna be mine.
No, ominous. Is that all of our business in the cave now?
Edward, do you want to come back later? We get more scales, we make more armor.
Oh, most certainly. Most certainly. But for now, we're gonna have to go. I don't think we can carry anything else.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good for right now as well.
Okay, so you take the hour to go back out of the volcano, and you are in front of Tanya and the other guardsmen. Who this kind of been. You see, there are a lot of corpses, some gnomish, like maybe like 5 gnomish, but there are a lot of dead like creatures made of fire, like dead Azure, dead fire elementals, like destroyed fire elementals, and all of them are being forged of their elemental materials, like they're being mined away with picks or shoveled into containers. Well, we had a lot of trouble. You're back. You're alive. Great. What did you
Don't
find?
sound so surprised.
Well, I don't know. We just fought these things. I mean, what can you expect us to believe?
I just lean in really close to the person who said that, and I went, "My board killed a dragon."
Killed a dragon? Why did the dragon have that?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You killed a dragon? Why would a dragon have this?
I don't know, but it is dead now.
I walk up. I believe the orb was in that open vault with the dragon. Or perhaps the dragon knew it was there and took it back to its burrow. I don't know how it knew about it, but I do know it was connected to one of the dragon gods.
We've had trouble with those dragon cults. Believe me. I'm sure we'll get a response soon enough. But it must have been worth it, right? You have the orb, don't you?
I
Right?
do. I hold it up. Where's the queen?
This is the queen.
Okay. I do have the orb, and I'm gonna hand it to her.
She's just like giggling and we're like, oh yes.
Just before she takes it, like my lens like flashes over it, just like analyzes it one more time as I leave it, records it.
Schematics recorded. And she just looks at this item and just like, this is going to bring a new age of technology. Don't you understand? We can find a way to replicate this. We can do so much. Oh, this is gonna be fun. But we need to head back. I think it's about time we brought this back and hail our hailing champions and give you that reward. I'm thinking upwards of 200 platinum for all of you.
Well, that sounds fair to me. What do you say, guys?
That sounds great. Thank you.
100 platinum, also favor.
I understand you had a favor. Yes. What were you interested in?
Boris, long time ago, work with priests, holy people on big machine, yellow parallel. Boris want introduction. Boris want work again. Boris think he may have something now.
Repeat that last part. You cut out.
Oh, Boris want introduction. Boris want work again. Boris think he may have something.
I can reintroduce you to the Yellow Parallel, of course. No need to talk more about that. I can do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. One last thing. Was there anything else in that cave? Should we come back, or anything?
No, it was basically empty. Just a big dragon. It got pulled away by the current of lava. Nothing of note.
Make me a deception check.
Boris is also nodding just a ton, if that counts as helping.
You need a little bit more for advantage.
Worth a shot.
Wait, do I get that advantage?
No, you don't. He just nods along. Like,
Okay. Let me see. I'm good at deception, so here's hoping. Yes!
well, I guess. I mean, it must have just stolen it and tried to fly off somewhere. Maybe it was more recent. I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's get a move on.
Edward like turns away, and again he's got this colossal, sinister smile.
Just heaps and heaps of gold.
Just rows of shark teeth as he grins.
I forgot. Try. I want I'm gonna talk to you later about that, Josh. But with that said, the long 3-week journey proceeds. You guys forged around for a little bit more rations. You guys had prepared for a bit of a journey. 3 weeks is certainly a short journey into the Lamb Lodge Peaks. But you guys knew where you were going, and a lot of your technology was very much superior to that of other normal society, like your grappling hooks and what have you. But with that said, your return to the city of Hightower is met with clanging bells and confetti. Tanya returns, kind of astride Mechano Tank, giving the Queen's wave and holding aloft an orb of sparkling lightning. And everyone seems to be very happy about it. This is definitely, these expeditions are certainly big strides in technology, a little strenuous in resources, but also very big popular moves. And not that was in her intention. She seems very, very technologically centered, but so does the rest of Hightower. So they are very happy with this. I will kind of go through all three of you. Nasanura, she had helped the Queen fight off the elementals. She seemed more determined to keep the Queen safe after your journey. I'm going to talk a bit with her later, but she was already in the works of getting herself a seat in the Paragon families with the Paragon Hall invention of the Hydro Launcher, which she was one of the originals, like Edward. So we'll start with Boris. What is your final epilogue here after getting 500 gold? No, not 500 gold, 100 platinum, and a seat, or a moment to discuss with the Yellow Pearl?
Sure. Boris, very much, as he's been getting these couple of recollections along the way, is going to try once again to claim his previous seat in the Yellow Parallel, trying to recreate the multi-scope with a couple of key differences, namely that he can't peek into it again, and a couple of other things he discovered along the way. He can very frequently be seen in some kind of workshop there, hammering and casting, often at the same time. And when he's not doing that, often like a big courtyard or field playing fetch with his bird.
Yeah, I will recap. The multi-scope is a device by the Yellow Parallel. It contributes some of Boris's storyline and how he got so crazy. The multi-scope was destroyed. It will take time. A lot of time. That will probably be one of the main projects he does, aside from his own just short smithing work and Ushka play. Now, for Corin, 200 platinum on your lap. Lauded along with the others as part of the successful expedition. Is there anything that you can imagine Corin would be doing? Would he leave Hightower? Would he be here and continuing his projects? Like, what will he be up to in this sort of epilogue?
Just continuing running my shop. After the adventuring, letting people know that it was the leader of Corin's collections that fought the Red Dragon. Um, yeah, just continuing working at my shop, I guess.
Okay. You have that 200 platinum, and so you can expand your shop pretty.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, your shop expands, and you pour a lot into maybe ad revenue, and maybe just sort of more room to work, automated machinery somewhat.
Definitely market my shop as much as possible.
Okay, so you do much of the work yourself then.
Yeah.
Okay. Corn Industries is up for business. And finally, Edward, our cunning Triton captain, what do you do with your 200 gold and then some?
I've got a couple of things I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna go to the old man who let us use his workshop, Fletcher, and the orphans that Nas took care of, and leave each one of them with a deactivated many-handed pouch with 50 gold in it. And then I'm gonna go confront the people that sent me here, and deal with the business that got me here in the first place. And when I find the gnomes, I'm gonna just sort of like my lens is gonna flash. And it's gonna have like the schematics for the cannon, with like the info on the dragon, the map location, all that. And I'm just going to finally make some change.
There's some new changes coming around in this town, on the docks. Edward seems to fade away from the fame of Hightower like a puff of steam in just the middle of the town square. 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's not. And he's already on the road looking for something new, aiming for something else. He's on a path. But as we fade away from our view of Hightower, steam hisses out from the massive brass tower in the Badlands. Water rushes through the engines that run deep below its surface. Dragons roar and plan for vengeance. And all of you and your almost Tony Stark-like level of technology might be used again in the future. But moreover, your inventions have made some very interesting strides of progress in this world. Many more to come. And that is where we're going to leave our final serve session of this All Artificers Free Shot. This has been a wonder and a pleasure. I've learned so much as a DM, and serve as a player watching you guys just kind of make use of your inventions in this world. Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you, man. That was awesome.
So,
that was a trip.
No, please go ahead.
No, I was just saying that was a trip. That was awesome, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Red Dragon was something I've been playing for a while.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. I'm going to kick your
butt. Thank you.
It's definitely a fun class for anyone who wants to check it out.
Yes, and please check out for Eberron, Rising from the Last War, coming soon in November. This will have the official Artificer class, which will have some balance changes. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how they improve or nerf some of the abilities. Thank you for Variant Rolls allowing me to kind of post this free shot over the last 3 weeks. I've had just a blast running this show and kind of prepping for materials. Let's do one last sort of introduction, right to left, starting with Josh, then Mike, then Joe.
Yep, I am Josh. I've been Edward Finley for this campaign. My Twitter is @PlayerJim, but I don't really use it. You don't have to worry about it.
My name's Mike. I played Corin Keeley, the halfling Artificer. My Twitter is @SilentChariot. And I just wanted to say hi to my niece Nat, who's watching right now.
Wonderful.
I'm Jono. I played Boris, and by extension, Vrushka. You can find me on Twitter at MammalJono.
Very good. I'm Anthony Paul. I'm at Majoretta. Once again, thank you to Sean Faulkner at No Tweet Sean for running this. He does some really great voice acting, streaming, I think other D&D stuff. Thanks for him for running the tech side of this. This has been Small Arms. This might not be the end of it, but perhaps in due time. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Goodbye. One.
There we go.
Are we good?
Nope. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Just. Dragons. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first dragon fight in a very long time, actually.
That was the first dragon I paired